Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Hello, Johnny here with Jim Bobby. Welcome to the 195th thing of Nod or Shake reviews. We are almost at the 200th review of Nod or Shake reviews. So, subscribe because we got some more movies coming. We got Pope's Exorcist, the Mafia Mama, whatever the hell that movie's called, Evil Dead, all types of movies to be reviewed. So check that out by subscribing. Not if the movie's good, check if it's not so good. Either way, you should check it out. Alrighty, on to the review. Renfield. Whoa. Or if you're Joe, aka Bunny Villain, Renfield.
Story about nothing.
The review. I give it a nod. I do think it felt like it was missing something. I overall did enjoy it, but I wasn't like, man, Renfield, can't wait for the next one. It was missing something for me. I think they could have gone bigger. I feel like I think they could have. They had the R rating, so it's like, I don't know, man, go crazy. But I overall,
really, you think that? Because I think that's what's wrong with like comedies today, is that they always go full bore.
I think it's what the concept is, because to me I think this is such a ridiculous bonkers concept, because even Nick Cage as Dracula, everyone's like, oh my god, it's Nick Cage as Dracula. Like, they knew that was like absurd that Nick Cage was playing Dracula. They weren't like, oh man, Nick Cage, because it's Nick Cage. Everything he does now is absurd.
Yeah, but he was in a vampire.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
Okay, that was the Wicker Man. That was just a
I know, but
film.
at this point, he is a walking, talking
No,
meme.
see, I don't buy that.
I think a lot of
I
people...
don't buy that, and I'll tell you why.
Why don't you buy
This is because of a couple of poor choices on his front, because he's willing to do anything and everything, because he's a working actor. He actually likes working as an actor. He likes to experiment, and I commend that 100%. And I actually have always appreciated Nicolas Cage. Always. I don't think he's always made right choices, but I think when he lands something, he lands it and he sticks that.
He did very good in this, I will say. He
did phenomenal as Dracula. He did a very awesome, and I'll tell you what I loved about the movie, and I love this movie.
Yeah.
When I first saw the trailers, I've been an advocate for being excited for the movie due to the trailers, because I thought, wow, what an original concept. And I was like looking online, like trying to figure out if this was from a book or a comic book, and there was nothing. And then come to find out when the movie's over, I didn't know this, Robert Kirkman,
The Walking Dead,
the guy who wrote the Wolfman.
Yeah,
I mean, what a great comic. And that kind of is similar in nature to what this is, because he took a classic Universal monster. Well, I mean, in movies, I know Dracula's lore goes further back than that, but a lot of the lore from Bela Lugosi's Dracula,
yes,
right down to hypnosis with the eyes. They had I loved Dracula a lot growing up, the Universal monster movie, because of the lighting. And one of the coolest, most iconic lighting choices in any movie was the lighting of the eyes.
Yeah.
And Bela Lugosi had those eyes that had that twinkle in them. Yeah. And I think they did right with casting Nick Cage, because he has a similar trait.
I also think, I could be wrong, but I think they used a musical cue from the OG Dracula movie, which I thought was pretty neat. The makeup was really cool.
Makeup, again, oh my god,
that's
the practical
stuff. That's why I feel like they could have done more.
See, I think sometimes less is more. And you want to go back to like the Bela Lugosi Universal Monster movie, they use simple tricks to pull off huge, iconic visuals. And I think this movie did that. I think that they did this, but they put a comedic spin on it. The story was great. I thought the story was really good. Really good. The actors did a phenomenal job. I loved it. I honestly, wow. I'm blown away. I definitely recommend this one. Yeah. This is one of the top ones for me this year.
A word?
100%.
All right.
100%.
All
I
right.
disagree with your crappy review. And why you hated this movie, I don't understand.
Why is it when I say
I don't understand
I liked
you.
the movie but didn't love a movie, that automatically means I hate it?
Because the way you pretentiously say it.
I'm not being pretentious, I'm being honest. I just felt something. I enjoyed the movie.
You know what you sound like right now?
Who?
Rotten Tomato.
Rotten Tomato? Rotten Tomato? I like the movie, but I'm not like, I gotta buy this on DVD now. Like, I can wait, you know? That's kind of how I felt about it.
Because you felt it was missing something. What key ingredient, Johnny, was
I
this
said
movie saying?
already. I feel like they could have played the absurdity of what the story was. I really feel
You're telling me the absurdity, they didn't play to that when he ripped off a guy's arms and proceeded to beat 17 different guys
they
with
had
it?
that scene, and that was like the most absurd thing about the movie.
And-
it's like I just feel like they really could have.
But if you throw too much at that, you can go crazy. And
I don't know.
honestly, you know what would happen?
I feel like
you know
they
what would
could have
happen
gone.
though. You know what would happen though?
What?
Then you wouldn't walk out saying what I just said, knowing and remembering a specific part.
I don't know.
I mean,
disagree.
Dracula's makeup, awesome.
I think they could have gone at a level like Evil Dead. Like they could have had, you know, because spoiler alert, but there's one part where they're just smashing them up to bits and pieces, and it's like it's off screen basically. You see them swing.
Because at that point, what haven't you seen in this movie? He kicked the guy's head off. He punched a guy so hard that he ejected crap out of his anus.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are you talking about with the absurdity? It was all there.
I just feel like
and
they could have
honestly,
done
any more, and it takes away from the film. Sometimes you throw too much, and the memorable moments get lost in the mix. Trust me, I know.
I think it's the content, and I think this was the right type of movie to go overboard. I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
You know what? Agree to disagree. I love the film. Johnny is right on that borderline of love-hate or like-hate. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Too strong for me.
But you know what? The practical effects. Dracula's makeup at one point was some of the most horrifying practical makeup that I've seen in a very long time. And Nicolas Cage, applaud you, bro. You took an iconic character, made it your own. You were funny when you needed to be, but not like knowingly funny. It was the situation of putting Dracula in this, world with this concept. Like, it was the situation that made it funny, not his, like what he said. He didn't say something funny because Dracula's horrifying. He always stuck with that line of being horrifying. And I love that. I love the fact that Nick Cage played this to a T, 100%. And I applaud that. And that's why Nick Cage, he is a gem. He is a gem that you just look at and you're like, Wicker Man. The bees. You know what? He's the bee's knees.
Alrighty, thanks for cringing. Tomorrow is the Pope's Exorcist. And then Sunday, it gets worse maybe, hopefully not.
I really hope at the end of that movie.
Mama Mafia. What's the movie called?
Mafia Mama.
Mafia Mama.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I would hate that movie tomorrow if what's his name, Russell Crowe, doesn't at the end, as an end credit scene, dressed up in the Pope garb, say, "Are you not entertained?" Because he knows that he's in a piece of shit movie.
That you're gonna hate the movie. Because
I'm gonna hate the movie.
Alrighty, thanks for cringing. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thanks for cringing.